Welcome to another episode of the UCLA Bruins Insider Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Connor Moreno, lead writer for UCLA Bruins on SI. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about football. We've got kind of a big stretch and a big week of recruiting coming up. We're going to talk about a prospect that they landed today and a few prospects that they could potentially land within the next week. One that they might be able to land today, the day you're listening to it, Tuesday. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. On Monday, the Bruins landed three-star wide receiver Xavier Warren. He is a speedy receiver. He committed to the Bruins. He's now their 22nd overall commit and the 14th in the month of June. So again, they're continuing this insane stretch of commitments in the month of June. Let's see, if we just look at his scouting report, he's 6 feet, 165 pounds. He is, according to 24/7 Sports, the number 53 wide receiver in the nation, but their composite ranking, he has him at 91st. There wasn't too much scouting on him, but I was watching his film and he looked very fast. Like if he has a step, he's going to go ahead and beat the opposing secondary defender. He's very fast. He ran like a 10.3 100 in track his sophomore year, which is absolutely insane. Like that is insane speed. So, the Bruins are getting, I think this is their seventh receiving commit of the 2026 class. They're 22nd overall, as I said. Now they're firmly, I think, going to be like within the 11 to 8 range, depending on how this next week of recruiting goes. Right now, they're number 11th on 24/7's national recruiting ranks. So, they're continuing their recruiting hot streak, and they've got a few big decision days coming up. For instance, tomorrow, let me just pull it up real quick. Yeah, so tomorrow they're expecting the decision of Dylan Waters. Yeah, they're expecting the decision of Dylan Waters. He is a 3-star corner out of Missouri City, Texas. And UCLA is in his top 3 along with UNLV and Utah. So, I've been saying in every single podcast, and I'm sounding like a broken record, but like I always say, I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow they land another recruit, which they certainly have a chance to make it like 3 or 4 days in a row landing someone. The cornerback is going to go ahead and make a decision tomorrow. Also, in another turn of events, the Bruins got another crystal ball for another 3-star defensive lineman, Marcus Almada. And there's something interesting about this crystal ball. By the way, just on Monday, he got 100% UCLA predictions for him to commit to UCLA. So it's a big deal. 3-star defensive lineman, Marcus Almada. He's from Massachusetts. He's a pretty important recruit because if you land him, according to 24/7 Sports, he is kind of in a package deal with a 4-star defensive lineman teammate of his, Carter Gooden, who kind of has been connected to UCLA for a little bit. So if they're able to land Almada, can you imagine they're going to be able to land another 4-star, this time on the defensive line? It would be massive. It would be absolutely massive. I have this, and by the way, 24/7 Sports, I use them a lot, especially me. I'm new onto this beat. Obviously, this is like my probably 30th almost. I'm almost at 30 episodes a full month. I'm almost at a full month of daily episodes. I am very new to this UCLA beat. I had not followed. I had not done any college sports before this. I come from an NBA beat. I used to cover the Phoenix Suns last season. This is my first few weeks on a college football beat. It's a grind, but I'm pretty much enjoying it. I'm really liking it. It's something new. It's something different. But again, yeah, I've never covered UCLA. I never watched them. Um, I never, caught up with anything kind of college football. But I'd like to think I'm doing a relatively decent job. And yeah, anyways, enough about me. I do go on 24/7 Sports a lot just to see like what info they've had in the past. I came across this great list that they made. Tracy Pearson from Bruin Report Online. He's a heck of a guy. I look forward to meeting him one day, hopefully. But yeah, he made this list of players that are still connected to UCLA, and if they do commit, it would be really big for the Bruins. Obviously, number one is Brian Bonner, 4-star running back. He's the 6th in the nation. He would be a massive recruit. But if you scroll down, at number 2, we have someone that we're going to talk about in a little bit. But at number 4, we have that 4-star defensive lineman Carter Gooden, who is reportedly, and it's from the same article as well. He's reportedly a package deal with Marcus Almada, and Almada just got crystal ball predictions for the Bruins. So that would be a huge turn of events. Like if you see breaking 3-star defensive lineman Marcus Almada commits, you might, if you're a Bruin fan, you might go ahead and start getting your hopes up that UCLA is going to land another 4-star. But yeah, Tracy Pearson, Bruin Report Online, in collaboration with Brandon Huffman, wrote about Carter Gooden. He's an edge. And they said this about UCLA's chances of getting him. They said Gooden visited UCLA in early May, and the word is that the visit made a big impression on him. But it was his first visit, and he's got quite an official visit itinerary. This, I think, came out like a week or two ago. He's also already been to Arizona State, Rutgers, Michigan State, and Virginia, and has Penn State this weekend, which was probably last weekend, followed by North Carolina and Boston College. It would be spectacular if UCLA could survive that gauntlet and get Gooden. We know UCLA put a pretty good NIL/rev share proposal on the table for him, but hosting the first official visit and all the subsequent visits makes it so that UCLA has to sit tight and wait it out. Still, the feeling is that development of edge rushers under Ikaika Malloy could be a huge factor. They're not too sure what his commitment date is. Maybe he's waiting to see where Amada goes. But lower down in this list is a little excerpt on Marcus Almada. He says, a lot of competition for him. He has added importance since he's a package deal with his high school teammate Carter Gooden. I mean, you're not just going to say that just to say that. Like, if you have a good chance at landing Carter Gooden by getting Marcus Almada, of course you're going to throw everything you can at Almada. And then I think in a different piece they talked about Marcus Almada and kind of UCLA's chances. I was actually on Monday when they released that he had a crystal ball prediction. They said UCLA set the bar early and no school was able to match it, from defensive fit to academics and the bond with the coaching staff. The Bruins set the pace and are in position to land Marcus Almada unless a big change takes place. So the Bruins have a massive chance at not only getting their 23rd recruit in 3-star Marcus Almada, along with a corner that we talked about earlier, but they also, if they do land Almada, have a massive chance at getting 4-star defensive lineman Carter Gooden. So a massive week ahead. Didn't even talk about the 4-star quarterback that UCLA has a chance at getting on Friday the 27th. 4-star quarterback Oscar Rios is deciding and announcing his commitment between Arizona and UCLA. Last week, he was at the Elite 11 Championships, and they asked him, like, who's your favorite kind of going into it? He said it's still 50-50. He's still got to discuss it over with his family. So, I mean, my goodness, by the end of this week, UCLA could potentially have like a top 7, top 6. I don't know about top 5 without any 5-stars, but like a top 7, top 6 class in 2026 by the end of this week, which is absolutely massive. It would be their biggest one in maybe ever. I don't know. I looked at the list dating back to like 2 decades ago, and I think they got to 9th one time under Jim Mora, but I'm really not too sure. It would be a massive week of recruiting for the Bruins if they're able to land all of these reported landings. And it starts tomorrow, or actually it starts today, the day you're listening to it, Tuesday the 24th. Starts today. They could potentially get, they're at least probably maybe going to get one in 3-star defensive lineman, Marcus Almada. They might get a corner, and then they might get 4-star edge Carter Gooden because of that Almada commission. So it's going to be a massive week for UCLA. So stay tuned. We're going to have all the news for it. Again, thank you for listening to the UCLA Bruins Insider Podcast. I'm your host, Connor Moreno. We'll see you tomorrow. That was a weird little, I never done that before, but we'll see you tomorrow.